Alright, today we're going to be talking about hanging, a very beneficial yet highly overlooked category of movement. Fortunately, people like Ida Portal and Katie Bowman are starting to bring awareness to just how helpful hanging is, not only for overall upper body strength, but also for articular health in the joints like the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists. Hanging is an entire category of movements. So not only can you vary the width of your grip, but you can also do mixed grips, you can do prone and supinated grips, all on a straight bar. Now there's also other things like this that you can hang in neutral grips, and again, play with the wide grips as well. Now hanging may seem pretty easy and pretty straightforward, but as soon as you start clocking time hanging, you really start to feel the benefits not only in the muscles, but in the connective tissue as well. Now, with this, it's important that you don't just go to the gym and superset a bunch of hanging. What's better, and what allows your tissues to adapt a lot more, and therefore you'll see more benefits, but is to hang a little bit throughout the day. Now, in order to accomplish that, you of course need hanging stations in your house. If you have the space or the DIY inclination, you can pick up some basic supplies from your local hardware store and build something like a large pull-up bar in your backyard like this, or even a pegboard if you're so inclined. One of the great things about hanging is there are countless different grips and textures that you can practice on, which all give you a little bit different strength profile. Now I realize not everyone has a climbing rope or a rock wall that they can hang on throughout the day, so I'll show you the easiest and cheapest thing I've found that makes hanging a little bit more accessible so you can incorporate it into your day. By far the easiest first step you can do is buying one of these fairly inexpensive in-the-door pull-up bars. Since for most people it's been a long time since they've actually suspended their body weight from their hands, it's usually best to experiment and start out with assisting with your feet. Now, having your feet on the ground allows you to adjust the amount of weight or load that is going into your upper bodies. So in this assisted stance, you can still experiment with your different grips, your different widths, as well as time and duration spent suspending a little bit of your weight from your arms. The last thing I want to talk to you about is different styles of hanging. Specifically, we're going to talk about active and passive hanging. So the first we're going to talk about is passive hanging, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You're only keeping enough tension to stay on the bar, and you're allowing everything else to relax and allow gravity to pull you down a little bit. So if you're strong but not very flexible, this is a great place to start. Now, if you're flexible and not very strong, or if you just want to build up more upper body strength, if say you're working toward a pull-up or something like that, then you can do an active hang. Now, an active hang, you're using your scapula, so it's called depressing them. You're pulling them down. It's like you're starting a pull-up, but you aren't actually doing any bending of the elbows. It's just in the back and the shoulders. So that's just a quick glimpse into the world of hanging. I encourage you to go out, give it a try. Remember to start gently, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next week.